Can you trust everything Apple Pro? Hey there, friends on YouTube. My name is Jason, sometimes known as the JTL. This is Painfully Honest Tech. So honest it hurts. It hurts. And today it might hurt a little bit more than usual. I don't know. We'll just have to see. So everything Apple Pro, let's talk. I went back. I watched a bunch of his older videos. I watched some of his newer videos. I watched a bunch of videos overall. And back in the day, his channel was a jailbreak channel. And for those of you who don't know what jailbreaking is, it's when you kind of break open the file structure of the phone to install third-party apps and do other kind of crazy things. I've never done it before. I've used the iPhone forever. I just never was interested. So that's jailbreaking. That's what everything Apple Pro's channel used to be all about. Jailbreaking was super popular among Apple enthusiasts, but over the past few years, it has become less and less popular. So everything Apple Pro has moved on. In recent years, this channel has transitioned away from hands-on tutorials and that kind of thing, and moved more toward becoming a news source for Apple enthusiasts. And he's done many bend tests, all the way up to, I think, maybe the iPhone 7. He also has made some videos where he encourages people to play practical jokes on their friends by using codes and texting them to people to shut down their phones so that they freak out and think their really expensive phone is now broken. As my friend John Prosser said, the video could have been kind of a public service announcement kind of video where everything Apple Pro could have said, hey, here's what you do if this were to happen to you. But no, instead, he encouraged people to do it to their friends. And then I guess maybe tell them how to get out of it. But drop tests and durability tests are also not really worth all that much when it comes to everything Apple Pro and how he performs them. Whereas a channel like Jerry Rig Everything does endurance tests on phones, gives the consumer an overall idea of how durable the phone is, where the glass will scratch, all that different kind of stuff, and even some tips on how to repair phones. Everything Apple Pro just sort of bends them. And to me, I get the feeling that instead of trying to help the consumer, what we have here is sort of the equivalent of a kid playing with matches trying to light his farts on fire. And then, I mean, that's not to say that everything Apple Pro, that he doesn't work hard for a lot of his videos and put out some quality content. Like he made a video where he set up 65 iPhones to mine cryptocurrency, and that had to take a lot of doing. That stuff is hard to do. He deserves credit for those kinds of fun ideas. I actually wish that he would come up with more kind of fun ideas that he could use on his channel instead of some of this other stuff. Now, the channel has changed quite a bit over the past few years, and I wish I could say the content has improved. I mean, the content is not bad. It just doesn't bring much to the table for the viewer. Unfortunately, the channel has become more and more bland over the past few years. Clearly, there's a market for this kind of video. He's got over 6 million subscribers, and I guess the numbers don't lie, but to me, it's less than inspiring. The content that everything Apple Pro produces these days is basically a news roundup of anything that might be going on in the world of Apple, usually reported by someone else. Still mainly focusing on the mobile devices created by Apple. Every beta of an iOS, every update of the beta, it's seemingly they all get their own videos with, you know, what's new and what's blah, 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 blah. Case in point, iOS 12 is now in its 12th beta, and nearly every new beta release has received a video treatment and listing of the changes in every single one. I get it. It's his beat. It's what he covers. He covers Apple, but I just wish that he would come up with some angle of his own when reporting this information so that it wasn't just him reporting the news that other people reported. The one kind of content that he creates that I think is of real value is the renders and the mock-ups of all the different phones from the materials that he can gather around. He just recently did a video where he did a markup of the new iPhone, and he also did a markup of the new Apple Watch, and talked a lot about how those mock-ups were different from what we already have. And that kind of content has its own value. I mean, again, it's sort of like a product porn thing, but it's good to look through the window and see what might be up for sale sometime soon. So can you trust everything Apple Pro? I'm going to offer a soft yes here, I guess. As the channel stands now, there's nothing in the content that really pushes any kind of boundaries. He does great work with renders and all that kind of thing, but there's nothing in there that says he's either trustworthy or not. It's just he kind of has his content. So if you like that kind of content, you can watch it. Overall, it's a solid yet uninspiring channel. If you're looking for Apple content, you'll get a belly full at everything Apple Pro. But if you're looking for something that's got Apple content and is going to make you think, you might want to look elsewhere. Thanks so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. If it was your first time here, then maybe you could go on down there and subscribe. If you want to see more Can You Trust type content, maybe you could hit that bell notification button so that you will know when that kind of content is released into the world. If you've been here before, then you know I love you and all that kind of stuff. Again, my name is Jason, sometimes known as the JTL. This is Painfully Honest Tech. So honest it hurts. Until the next time, I'm out!